welcome to a vlog, a 24-hour reading vlog. Hopefully I actually remember to vlog in this 24 hours and you get a proper vlog rather than a few random clips, which is what my vlogs recently seem to have been. So, welcome to a 24-hour reading vlog. It is 10 to midnight currently, 11:47 if we want to be specific. And I'm doing a 24-hour readathon with my patrons. I tend to do one of these every month. If you fancy checking out the Patreon, there is a link down below. There is always a link down below. You can join from as little as £1 a month. And my 24-hour readathons and the sprints that go with it are open to everyone if you fancied it. But today is 24-hour readathon day. And there are 3 prompts with this particular readathon. It's all part of my Pokeathon readathon that I do with my Patreon, so it's based on the gyms from the generations in Pokemon. So today is the Sharnwood gym. There are 3 prompts. It's the fighting type gym, I believe. So we have 3 prompts. I need to read something indie or self-pubbed, I need to read something out of my comfort zone, and I need to read something that is top of my TBR. So, I have some books picked. I'm not going to tell you what they all are yet. We'll do that as we go through. But I'm going to be starting off with my indie pick, which is The Bookshop and the Barbarian by Morgan Stanton. This is quite diddly. Nearly smacked myself in the eye with it there. Did you see that? And this is supposedly a cozy, comedic, low-stakes fantasy about a bookshop. And I think our antagonist in this tries to run the people out of the kingdom who run out of the land, I don't know, but tries to run them out from their cozy bookshop life, and that is the threat. So low stakes, cozy, comedic, with plenty of fourth wall breaking and a narrator who may or may not be a green slime. So interesting. But that's what I'm going to be starting with, and fingers crossed I can get a decent amount of reading done in this 24-hour period. I have lots of sweet snacks to keep me fueled, and midnight sprints with my patrons to kick it all off. So, now I just sit and wait until midnight, and then we shall begin! Good morning! It is 2:15 in the morning. I only managed to do Patreon sprints for a couple of hours because I am so tired. So I'm about to go and get myself ready for bed and go to bed because I am shattered. But I have made a decent little dent in these couple of hours. I am on page 83. I don't think I like this. It's very bizarrely written and I'm a little bit confused. Because usually when we have a narrator that breaks the fourth wall and speaks to the reader and tries to make a joke of what's going on in the books and is a little bit sarcastic and stuff, normally I love that. But I love that in a setting that's a lot more brutal, perhaps. I just feel like our narrator here is almost trying too hard to be funny, and the humour is a little bit juvenile. It's just not landing right. There are some interesting writing choices. There was a quiz for the reader, which was bizarre. I'm not sure I'm liking this. It's just not landing quite right for me. I was expecting this to be kind of fun and cute, and instead it's just desperately trying to be comedic, but it's not my sort of comedy because it feels a bit young with the comedy. I don't know. I do like the way that the villain, her big act of villainy was told. That was funny to me, but otherwise, I'm just not necessarily feeling it. And I'm on, as I say, page 83, so I'm not quite halfway, but I'm nearly halfway. So I don't know if I'll continue this in the morning or pick up something else instead, because I'm just not sure how I feel about it. But that is what that is. I'm now going to go to bed. I will talk to you in the morning. Like the actual morning after sleeping.
Good morning. It is 10:30-ish, just about. I'm about to go and get my nails done. Well, I say nails. Nail. Here. I have a broken, well, not broken, but the polish did something weird, so my nail tech's gonna fix that nail for me. So, the curse of the gym has struck again, and I have an appointment on gym day, but it shouldn't take too long, so that's fine. But I'm up and about, had an alright sleep, still feeling a bit, but I'm rocking the orange today, and then just went to go and buy myself a drink, which is also orange. Very orange. Prime hype. I haven't tried the orange one yet. Give it a go. Was never going to pay like 20 quid or whatever it was people were paying for a bottle, but now they're ridiculously common and regularly priced, so that's better. But yeah, orange. I'm entirely in orange today. But yeah, let's go get my nail fixed. And I have bought The Bookshop and the Barbarian with me. It's my on-person book, so I think that means I'm probably going to continue it. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I think that's what that means. Anyway, let's crack on with the day.
Oh, I don't know if you're going to stay there or if you're just going to keep sliding down. You seem to be staying put. It would appear indecisiveness is the theme of the day. So, you know how I said that I was carrying around The Bookshop and the Barbarian with me? Still got my bookmark in there. I am 82 pages into this, 83 pages, I think I was on page 83 of this one. I didn't feel like reading that though, so I started my next book, which is What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher, and I am now 81 pages into this. So I'm just over 80 pages into both of these. I will tell you, hands down, absolutely, I am preferring this one. I'm liking the atmosphere of this. I'm liking how curious I'm feeling about this. It's definitely giving similar vibes to Mexican Gothic. I might be enjoying this a little bit more. I don't know. I like it. I'm enjoying this. So we have this main character, Easton, who is going to see old friends that live in the House of Usher. These siblings seem to have just deteriorated rapidly, and Madeline, the sister, wrote to Easton to say, Roderick thinks I'm dying, and Easton goes to visit, and there's this, like, what did they call her? I can't remember what they called her, but like this eccentric English woman in the countryside poking mushrooms and studying spores and stuff, and then in the house everything is really gothic and gloomy. I'm liking the atmosphere and I'm enjoying that as well. So I'm leaning more towards this than I am this, but I'm just over 80 pages into both of them. However, let's not stop there, because I've also started Sorcery of a Queen, and I am 71 pages into this one. This is book 2 in the Dragons of Terror series. So the first one is Blood of an Exile. Sorcery of a Queen is book 2, and yeah, I'm 71 pages into this as well. I have the audiobook for this, so I just wanted a little bit of audiobook whilst I was doing some bits and pieces, and managed to get 70 pages into that as well. So indecisiveness really is the mood of the day, because I am now just under 100 pages into all 3 of these, but have finished nothing. But I think the one I am most likely going to continue with now that I'm like settling in for some reading is this one. If I need to potter around with an audiobook again, then I will go back to this, but I would like to finish something, and this to me seems the most appealing to finish. So that's what I'm going to try and do. But yeah, that's how my reading is going so far today. I need to just stick to something. Well, I finished that. That was really good. I really enjoyed this. Definitely has those similarities to Mexican Gothic, but the author's note even addresses that, and the author says, like, what could I possibly do that Silvia Moreno Garcia can't do 10 times better? Seriously, put down this book and go buy that one. God forbid anyone not finish the author's note, but make sure you read Mexican Gothic. So the author is aware of those similarities. But it is also different. Like, the fungi is different. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. It's different, but similar. Anyway, I really liked it. I like the atmosphere in here. And I have never wanted to read The Fall of the House of Usher. I kind of want to read The Fall of the House of Usher now. Because this is a retelling of that, inspired by that. I don't think I will, but I kind of want to. But I'm not going to. But this was very good. I liked it. Probably sitting at around a 4-star. I think I liked it more than I liked Mexican Gothic. Maybe? But I liked it a lot. Anyway, that is a book finished. So I'm now not just 80 pages into 3 books. So there's that. And I am now gonna go back to this and try and finish this out. Or at least get a little bit further into it. We'll see. But that's the plan now. So let us crack on. I changed my mind real quick. I'm DNFing this. It's not happening. If I feel about a book and think like I might be close to DNFing it anyway, what I will often do is like flick forward 100 pages, read a random section, and see if it piques my interest. Like, does it intrigue me enough to be like, oh, actually I do want to know how we get to this point, let's go back and carry on? Or does it still not interest me, I don't care how we get to that point? Or does the random section solidify that, no, if this is where the story's going, I really don't want to read it? That's what I've done with this, and the latter option is what has happened. So I flicked to a random page, about 100 pages on, read a random section, and I'm not going to continue. I'm already feeling about it, about the writing style and so on, and seeing where the story is going and what happens with that character a little bit later on that I haven't yet got to. I'm not going to put myself through it. So that's a DNF. So we've had a DNF and a 4-star read of my 2 books, which does leave me now thinking I kind of want to physically read more, but I've got this one on audio, but I kind of want to physically read. So I might see if there's anything else that could potentially be the top of my TBR choice. Because although it should be this, I think I want to physically read something that I've more chance of finishing than that. So I don't have many options, but I'm going to have a browse on my shelves and probably just end up continuing this, let's be honest. But I'm going to have a look anyway. We have relocated to the floor. My back hurts. But it is now 8:49 PM. I have finished Spy Family Volume 2. Did I even tell you that I started Spy Family Volume 2? I can't remember. I told you I finished What Moves the Dead, right? Anyway, I started and finished Spy Family Volume 2. I can't remember if I've told you about this already. I'm enjoying this. It's nice. It was an easy breezy read. Happy days. 4-star. I don't really have an awful lot to say about this, to be honest. I like where the story's going. I would like to continue it, but I'm not in the mood to continue it right now. So that is book 3 complete, which puts me at having this little stack. And then, because What Moves the Dead
is so on my mind. It just is. You know how I said I didn't want to read The House of Usher, or The Fall of the House of Usher even? I've read The Fall of the House of Usher. It was on my mind, and it's short, like really short. I think it took me like 40 minutes to read it. So I read that. It was on Scribd. So I read The Fall of the House of Usher. I have never read it before. I knew this was a retelling of it, but otherwise I didn't have any information on it. I've now read it and can see how this is a retelling of that. But of course, it's a classic short story, so it's not very detailed or anything like that. So I feel like there's not really a massive amount to talk about, but it's nice to have read it to now appreciate this as a retelling. And believe it or not, actually that is the first Edgar Allan Poe that I've read, because I have never really had an interest in reading Edgar Allan Poe until today, apparently. So I have read that. I did like the vibes, you know, I liked the intensity of it. It felt very dark and intense, and I liked that. So maybe I should read more Edgar Allan Poe. But yeah, I read that. Had a good time. Moving on, so I have finished 3 books, DNF'd 1, and started another. So there have been 5 books going on in this brain in this 24-hour period, and I've still got like 3 hours left. So I think what I'm going to do is just try and get further through this. I'm not going to finish it, but I don't really see myself picking up something else in this period. So we'll just see how far I can get through this before midnight. Won't finish it, we'll have to finish it another time, but yeah, that seems like a good plan. So I will crack on with that and let you know how I get on, I guess. We are done. The 24 hours is over. So how did I do? I told you I was just going to try and get through as much of Sorcery of a Queen as I could. I managed to get to page 195, so not terrible, not fantastic, but not terrible, and it just puts me a little bit into this. I will carry it on next week and finish it out, but a good dent into that. So that means my total page count for the day, I had calculated this already, is 689 pages. So we had the 80 odd pages of Bookshop and Barbarian, which has now gone on my unhaul pile. I'm not going to move house with it. I have DNF'd it, sadly. It really wasn't what I expected it to be. What Moves the Dead, which I very much enjoyed and is still in my head. Spy Family Volume 2, again, very much enjoyed. Fall of the House of Usher, which, small, still counts as a book. Enjoyed the atmosphere of, and then started a decent dent in this. So I feel like my reading has been quite varied today. There's been a lot of titles going on in my brain. On that basis, I think I'm kind of disappointed with my page number. I'm not gonna lie. I would have liked for it to have been more than that. But 600 odd pages, like, what was it? 689, like nearly 700 pages in a day isn't bad. But I am just a little bit disappointed that it wasn't more than that. So next time, I'll just have to do even better. But for today, I am done. I'm gonna go to bed now. Thanks for hanging out with me in this vlog. I hope you have enjoyed. Hope you've had a good time. And I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye!